Okay, so you have chosen the company that you're representing, and you've done a little bit of an analysis of where that company stands, and looking at the SDGs as a way to understand the overall context in which companies operate, in which companies are now called to sort of contribute and innovate. This is your chance to really understand more deeply how one organization is potentially able to address some of the SDGs. Okay, and a scenario planning exercise allows you to understand various potential scenarios, because we're very bad as human beings to predict the future accurately. We know that from our past predictions that those were almost always off. And while there is some possibility to increase the chances of being right about the future, scenarios help you to understand the possibility and think you through it so that you become more agile. So this is a tool that many CEOs sometimes will use to their benefit in understanding what are the potential risks that they don't see, to uncover blind spots in their understanding of the world, and trying to understand where and how these risks that they don't see can impact them. And as you can potentially tell, this world is a turbulent world full of risk, VUCA, they call it, volatile, and unpredictable, chaotic. Yeah. And in many ways, scenario planning helps to get some structure into that chaos, to feel that you have some kind of level of preparation for understanding what can hit the company, the organization. Looking at the various scenarios in which the future can unfold, looking at the various ways the company that you are representing now can impact the world at large, can give you a sense of where you could innovate, where you as the CEO team can try to put your innovative juices and the creativity that we talked about before. As I said before, if you adopt the scenario of business as usual, you would be potentially using this model and say, okay, we're going to innovate along a maximization pathway, and we're going to try to become better and more profitable, etc., over time, and we're going to reduce costs in some way, and all the innovation that we're going to do is going to follow some kind of utility cost-benefit logic. If you embark on the bagel logic, the logic that people would say is required to make this bigger pivot possible, then you would need to sort of be bolder in your scenarios and see the impacts of the current risks to unfold, and also see how you can make that shift happen, how you're not going to be trapped like Volkswagen in the risk of not innovating, to stick with the same old, but really truly understand how can you impact life on water, life on land, climate change, how you can contribute to responsible consumption and production, etc. Any kind of clean water or clean energy initiative. How can that relate to the companies that you're working for, that you have chosen? That is where the scenario planning can help. Okay? That is where you should start to think about, where you see where are the risks and how could a future unfold. Where and how can you, as the leaders of this organization, contribute and mitigate risks, innovate, and make sure that you're viable in the future, that you and the organization you represent are future-proof, that you are worthy of investment.